Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today is the 1st of September. There goes the cat. And this is going to be a reading vlog. There he goes. This is going to be a reading vlog for the 12-hour reading challenge, which was created by Faye at Miss Jake with the Book. I've done it twice before. I will link my previous attempts in the description. Like I said, it's the 1st of September, so I go back to work tomorrow. I've had 5 weeks off, which is amazing. For anyone who doesn't know, I'm an English teacher. And I'm really anxious about going back, not just nervous, like actually angsty. And I'm told it's totally normal, but I have this like horrible feeling like I've forgotten how to do the job, and I'm also nervous about the amount of pressure I'm about to be under. And yeah, it's a lot in my brain today. So I'd already planned to do this challenge, and actually I think it's a really good way of basically distracting myself from what's going to happen tomorrow. I know it'll be fine. By the time this video goes up, it'll be a couple of weeks later and I'll be back in the swing of it, but right now I'm feeling it. So I'd already planned to do this, but it's actually worked out pretty well. Gary is out for the day. He's working on site today, so I am home alone. It is 10 to 8. I'm going to start at 8 AM. The house is tidy. I got up early to shower, as you can already tell, and tidy the house and like get snacks ready and stuff, because I've done this twice before, but I've never done it in a way where I was completely focused on reading all day. It was always like reading around other stuff, whereas today my one and only focus is reading. Do have food delivery coming, I think between 11 and 12, so I'll have to deal with that. And I do also need to fold like a mountain of clothes in the spare room, but that could be a break later on in the day. The reason I wanted to do this in particular was because I want to read this beast. This is The Other Bennett Sister by Janice Hadlow. This is an ARC copy that Leanne from Literary Diversions passed on to me once she's read it. I do also have a finished copy because I'm an idiot and got it twice. And I'm really nervous to read this book because, one, it's huge. It's 511 pages long. Let's just check. Yeah, 511 pages long. And also, in certain sections of Booktube, it's been like one of the most hyped books of the year, as you can see from the spine. It came out in January. And so many people that I trust loved this book. April from Getting Huckle with it. It's one of her favourite reads of the year. I know Leanne read it, although actually I'm not sure what her opinion is, which is probably not a great sign because she's generally quite noisy if she likes a book. I think Emma from Drinking by My Shelf liked it, and I'm like, what if I don't like it? Also, I've not even explained what this is. This is a retelling of Pride and Prejudice from the perspective of Mary, who's the other Bennett sister. And I think it's set after the events of the story, or it carries on the events of the story, something like that. Pride and Prejudice is one of my favourite books. I love Jane Austen. My favourite Austen is actually Emma, but I love Pride and Prejudice. And I'm just a bit scared that I'm not going to like it. So we're going to read this today. Last time I did this challenge, I read around 750 pages, something like that. This is 511 pages. So we're going to read this because I can do it. I'm going to manifest. The cat's having his like funny 5 minutes this morning. And then when I finish that, we're gonna be positive. When I finish that, I'm going to go on to The Vanishing Half by Bennett, which I have started on page 54. Really enjoying this so far. I read 54 pages very quickly yesterday. This is the beautiful Waterstones edition with the sprayed edges, and this is about a pair of black sisters, black twins, who run away from home when they're 16. Yeah. One, and then they split up. One lives as a black woman with a black husband, and one lives as a white woman with a white husband. And it's about what happens to them, I think. But I've got really hooked into this already, so I'm going to finish that. I don't think I'll read any more because that will take me up to 700, like 800 odd pages. I can't do maths, probably wrong. But if I do manage to finish that, my third book of the day is going to be Say Her Name by Juno Dawson, which is one I'm so intrigued by. This is YA horror. It's only 284 pages long. It's Juno Dawson's debut book, and it's all about Bloody Mary, and I really want to read this. So we'll see if I get this far, but if not, that'll be my next book. So yes, this is what I'm going to read. I have got my cat mug with my morning drink in it. I've got the sofa set up. I've got my blanket, which I washed yesterday, so it's like freshly clean, which is my favourite form of self-care. I've got my black cherry candle lit, which my husband bought me for my birthday. You can just see it there. I've got an ASMR video with a fireplace crackling on it. The cat's padding about, so he'll come for a cuddle. I'm going to check in, I think, once an hour. So it's now 5 to 8. I will start at 8 AM, and I'll see you at 9 o'clock. Okay, it's 9 a.m. and the first hour hasn't quite gone to plan because I got distracted by social media. Yes, I'm going to try and put my phone down for the rest of the day, except when I'm talking to you. I did read 40 pages of the other Bennett sister, so it wasn't a total disaster. I'm 40 pages in. I'm really enjoying it. I'm like hooked in a lot quicker than I was expecting to be. It is Pride and Prejudice told from the perspective of Mary, although I think the story's then going to carry on after the end of Pride and Prejudice, given the length of the book and where we're up to already. I'm really enjoying it. My heart's absolutely breaking for her, and it's also making me dislike Elizabeth quite a lot, which is interesting. So yeah, I am enjoying it. I just haven't got that far in. Got distracted by Instagram, and also the cat was just running around everywhere and being a lunatic. So it's now 9 a.m. I'm going to try and do a solid hour of reading without social media. So let's see how much I can read in the next hour. It's 10 a.m. I'm trying to switch up the backgrounds a bit because otherwise it's literally just going to be me sat in that chair for this whole video, which will probably be really boring. I'm up to page 102 of the other Bennett sister, so I read about 60 pages, which is a much better reading speed for me. It's amazing what I can achieve when I'm not on social media. Yeah, still really enjoying it. Around about 60 pages in an hour, which is really good. Let's see what I can achieve before 11 a.m. Just before 11 o'clock, I'm on page 171 of the other Bennett sister, so I read about 70 pages in that section, which is great. The food shop also arrived early, so I've literally just dumped everything in the kitchen because I was like, I'm still in my hours reading. I think I'm going to take a break now, a reading break, briefly, and be as quick as I can. Put the food shop away, also fold up all the dry laundry that's upstairs. While I'm doing that, I'm going to catch up on some Booktube because I'm a couple of days behind, and then I will get back into reading. So it's 11 o'clock now. Let's hope I can get those two chores done in the next 30 minutes and then another half an hour of reading, and then I'll check back in. It's midday. Wow, my hair is all kind of frizzy today. I've done no reading in the last hour. I put the shopping away and then realised I needed to clean out the fridge. So I did that, and then folding laundry and putting that away took a lot longer. And then my brain just got on this jag of let's tidy round, even though it wasn't untidy to start with. But I'm riding the anxiety train today, so that's just the reality of what my brain does when I'm feeling anxious and nervous. So if you can hear my neighbours shouting at their kids outside, welcome to my life. Yes, so not ideal in terms of reading, but I do feel a bit better now. I've had a tidy round, and I also have strawberry Pop-Tarts now that I've put the food shop away, which I have been fairly obsessed with since I read One Last Stop by Casey McQuiston, and I've caught up on some Booktube. I watched the end of Chloe's vlog from this week, from Chloe Reads Books. Then I watched Gavin from How to Train Your Gavin's 5-star predictions update. I watched April from Get Hooker With It's August favourites, and then I watched Starla from Starla Reads Verily unboxing. So I have caught up a bit on some Booktube, which is good. So I am now gonna brush my hair, probably be a good idea, and then I'm gonna read for another hour before I make myself some lunch. It's just before 1 o'clock and I read just over 50 pages in that session. taking it to page 228, so I'm now about halfway through The Other Bennett Sister. I'm still really enjoying it. I don't really have much to say other than I'm really enjoying it. I feel like if you like Pride and Prejudice, if it's one of your favourite books, you'll really enjoy this. Don't read this until you've read Pride and Prejudice because all the spoilers. But yeah, it feels like Jane Austen wrote it, which is such a skill. Yeah, it genuinely feels like a continuation of the story by the original author, which, yeah, just really enjoying. I have got some leftover stew for lunch. It's all very cosy today. I am so happy that the weather is rubbish. I'd originally kind of hoped that I could be in the hammock all day, but actually I'm very happy that the like autumnal weather is here, although I am wearing my brightest pyjamas. But I've also got my like nice thick wintry socks on, and I'm just having a very cosy, lovely time. So yeah, I'm gonna make my stew. Might have a Pop-Tart after I've had that. And then I'm just gonna keep reading. It's 2 o'clock. I'm on page 283 of The Other Bennett Sister. I'm still enjoying it. So that's about another 60 pages read. I also had my lunch and watched a bit more of Booktube. Whilst I was doing that, I was watching Kaz from Cats and Cameras September TBR, which was really good. All of these videos will be linked in the description. Also had delivery of some Pixie skin stuff. I love Pixie skin stuff, but it is expensive. But I did get this in the Amazon like end of summer sale, and this is their Fast Flash facial. So it's got the peel and polish, the glow tonic, and the rose flash balm, and my skin is just always really happy when I use this stuff. It would also be happy if I stopped eating junk food, but I'm about to have a Pop-Tart, so that's not going to happen anytime soon. But yeah, this has arrived. I'm gonna make myself a Pop-Tart, and I think Gary's on his way home, and I just need to keep reading. I had kind of hoped that I would be done with The Other Bennett Sister by now, and I am really enjoying it, but it's kind of a slow pace. I don't really want to rush it. But I'm also doing a challenge today. So yeah, I was kind of hoping I would have finished that by now and be on to The Vanishing Half, but it is what it is. Let's see how I'm doing. I want to check in with you in an hour's time. It's 3 o'clock. I'm on page 343 of The Other Bennett Sister. So getting towards the end now. I thought it was going to go in one direction, but it's not going in that direction, I don't think, which is a good thing. And still enjoying it. Don't really have much else to say. I decided to swap the ASMR video that I had on, which was the fireplace, for Emma from Drinking by My Shelf's Read With Me video. Really enjoyed that. There's a nice little like surprise partway through. I won't say anymore, I'll just link in the description. And I'm now going to watch one from Ashley from Frolic Through Fiction, which she posted last week or the week before, which looks very cosy and kind of autumnal and chill. So I'm going to have that on for the next bit. And do you guys want me to do a Read With Me video? It would not be as aesthetically pleasing as I think Ashley's is going to be. But if you wanted me to do like a 30-minute or 45-minute, very chill, much like this video really, although I probably wouldn't have my pyjamas on, like Read With Me video, would that be of interest? Let me know. Also, my lovely sister Daisy, if you don't know, I'm the oldest of 4 kids, Daisy's my youngest sibling, sent me a box of Thornton's chocolates for my birthday via Moonpig yesterday, and I think it is time to crack those out. So I'll be back in an hour once I have read, eaten some chocolate, and watched or had Ashley's video on in the background. This is a very, very nice way to spend my last day of the summer holidays. It's just before 4 o'clock. I'm on page 419 of The Other Bennett Sister, so hopefully I will finish it in the next hour because there's less than 100 pages left. I'm getting a bit frustrated with where the storyline is going and the pace. I'm like, can we get to it please? But I am still enjoying it. I think it's either going to be a 4-star if the ending doesn't go how I want it to, or it'll be a 5-star if it does. So yes, I've had some chocolate, feel a tiny bit sick, I've eaten too much, shocker, and I need to get a drink. I also might switch up my reading position for a bit. I might go and sit, we've got a leather tub chair in our window, so I might go and sit there for the next bit. But I'm having a lovely day. Gary's home now from work. He's working upstairs, but he's back from site. That's the update for now. Gonna get a drink, switch up the reading position, and carry on. It's just before 5 o'clock and I have just finished The Other Bennett Sister by Janice Hadlow, so I have read 511 pages so far today. So I'm doing pretty well, happy with that. I enjoyed this. I gave it 4 stars in the end because I loved being in Mary's point of view. I think Janice Hadlow did an amazing job at making her sympathetic and interesting and kind of giving reasons for the way that she behaved at certain points during the story of Pride and Prejudice, which only takes up sort of the first 150 pages and then we very much go off on Mary's own story. But I just felt like the pace was a bit slow towards the middle, and it's, like I said, it's 511 pages this edition. I think you could take 100 pages out and it would have made it a better book. I love the ending, I love where it went, I love the tone, the characterization was great. I really liked the relationship between the sisters and how that was explained and explored a little bit. I did feel like the ending was a little bit rushed. We waited a long time for something and then it was a bit rushed at the end, and I think that's the other reason why I've given it 4 stars. But I really enjoyed it and I'm glad I got over myself and decided to read it. So that was a 4 star. And I'm now going to go back to The Vanishing Half by Bennett, and I'm starting on page 54. So we'll see how we got on in the next hour. It's 7 o'clock. I missed the 6 o'clock check-in because we were having dinner and then I needed to post my video. My September TBR has gone live this afternoon, which I will link in the description. But I have read 100 pages of The Vanishing Half. I'm really enjoying this. I'm pretty sure this is going to be a 5-star read, and then I'm going to want to read The Mothers, which is her debut, immediately. Yeah, this has got so much in it. And it's just really, really well done. Like I said, I've read 102 pages if you want to be precise, and I'm just completely absorbed. It's just pulling me through really quickly. So yeah, there is 1 hour left of my challenge. Let's see what I can read in an hour. It's 8 o'clock, time is up, I have stopped reading, and I'm really annoyed with myself because I have not bested my previous score, so I've written it all down on here. So I read 511 pages, which is the entirety of The Other Bennett Sister, which is great, and then I got up to page 248 of The Vanishing Half, but I started on page 54, so that only counts for 194 pages, so that's a total of 705 pages, which I realise it's pretty good for a 12-hour period. However, the first time I did this challenge, I read 481 pages, so that's less than this book. But the second time, and I will link both of those videos in the description, I read 723 pages. So if I hadn't taken that time to clean up my fridge and fold laundry and put it all away and put it around my house, I would definitely have done better. However, 705 pages, very respectable, I think. I think also when I do this again, because inevitably I will get competitive with myself and want to do it again, I won't vlog because I've edited as I've gone along today, and obviously I've been filming little clips and stuff, and that's taken up more time. So I think I'll probably do it again over the Christmas holidays. I can't do it in October because I've got Charlie for the half term, but I think I've got 2 weeks off over Christmas, so I think I'll take one of those days where I can and do this again, but I think I just won't do a vlog for it. I'll just like solidly read all day. But yeah, it's been a good day. I'm really tired. I don't know why I'm this tired. Well, I do actually. I think it's because I'm really nervous about tomorrow. But yeah, 705 pages read. It's been a nice day. I've been curled up on the sofa for most of it. I've had some nice treats. I've had a few cat cuddles, more this evening as you saw than during the day. He's like such a creature of habit. He just stays in his tub until about 5 o'clock and then he comes out for cuddles. Even though I've been on the sofa all day, which is his favourite place to be, but who knows. Anyway, this vlog is probably long enough now, so I will stop waffling. Thank you so much for watching. If you got to this point in the video, please leave the clock emoji for time. Let me know if you've done this challenge. Let me know if you want to do this challenge. If you have done this challenge, then link me to your video if I haven't already seen it, because I love watching these. Please subscribe if you like more of this chaos and poorly lit shots like this one. And I will see you in the next one. Thanks guys, bye.